Bitcoin finally hit the bottom when it touched around $8,000, or will Bitcoin continue to drop long term? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So Bitcoin has been dropping very huge amounts, by very huge amounts, for the last few months, and it's pretty much made this pretty big channel here, as you guys can see, pretty big downwards channel that's it's been staying in. And we have seen that it's actually in the lower portion of this channel. It's been dropping a lot faster than it was, let's say, a few weeks ago. And yesterday, we did see the biggest crash of them all. It was around 8,000. It went from around 12,000, and it just skyrocketed downwards. Not skyrocketed, but the opposite of skyrocket. But went all the way from 12,000 down all the way to 8,000. And this was a really scary moment for some people. Like, I went on the coin market cap. Just checking, just having coffee in the morning or something, and I just saw like Bitcoin was like at 8,000. I was like, what? I thought it was, almost could not believe my eyes. I was going crazy. I thought I was going crazy for a bit. But yeah, we have recovered a bit since then. It went up to 9,000. It did go up to like about 9,500 a little while ago. But pretty much we're going to be talking about if I think this is actually the bottom of Bitcoin, if this is actually the end of the crash and now it's going to start recovering from this, or if it's going to continue to go down. And honestly, that's not an easy question to answer, and I don't think anyone could really answer that question perfectly. But I'm just going to make some guesses and some educated guesses pretty much to what I think, if it's going to continue to go down or if it's going to start to come back up. So I did make a video, if you go on my channel, saying that cryptocurrency is going to be having a big bull run in February, and I still do believe that is going to happen. Okay, I thought it was going to happen in the beginning of February, but I guess not. So, but I do think there will be quite a bit of a bull run in February, guys. Maybe later on in the month. At least I would say a recovery to like this range here, 14, 15. Maybe not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general. So if you go here to the market cap, we're not going to only talk about Bitcoin in this video, but more cryptocurrency in general. Okay, so yeah, so we did see this bottom here, under 400 billion, 348 billion, which is actually insane. We hadn't seen under 400 billion in like a long time, so a few months actually. So yeah, that was really low for us to see. But yeah, we have recovered a bit, but still, it seems like it's really having a pattern of going lower, then coming back up a little lower, coming back a little lower, and it keeps doing this pattern of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So it's actually getting pretty scary. It's looking like a long-term bear market if we're looking at the chart here, but obviously this could at any moment get out of this bear market. So we got to put a lot of things into consideration if we're looking at the markets, right? And some coins such as Ethereum, let's say, have been doing pretty well comparative to Bitcoin. So honestly, if you were holding Ethereum during this time instead of Bitcoin, you'd be pretty good, because Ethereum has been continuing to rise against Bitcoin since the middle of December, which is crazy. It was down here to 20,000 Satoshis, and now it's up here at, it went all the way up to 124,000 Satoshis, and now around 100,000 Satoshis. So if you went here, if you bought in here to Ethereum, you'd actually be 5 times richer comparative to Bitcoin. Not comparative to USD, of course, since Bitcoin value has went down a lot since then, but definitely, yeah, Ethereum has been going crazy if you're looking to the comparative Bitcoin level. So I actually did buy some Ethereum here at 90,000 Satoshis. I sold up here around 100,000, so I did miss this huge run up here. But I think definitely longer term, Ethereum is going to be passing Bitcoin to the Bitcoin value at least. So if we go here to Ethereum on the coin market cap, I would say that Ethereum's really starting to separate itself from Bitcoin, and it's actually holding its price pretty well compared to Bitcoin, if we're comparing it to Bitcoin. I don't know why it's lagging, but if we go here, take off the USD price, but actually go to the Bitcoin price, you can see that when Ethereum had its peak in June, it was all the way up here, and then since then it was really going lower compared to Bitcoin, while Bitcoin was running up all the way to 20K around December. And then since then, it's just been going crazy compared to Bitcoin. If we put back the USD value here, we can see, and put it a little bit lower term, so you can see that the BTC value has been continuing to grow, which is pretty insane. So I definitely think Ethereum is going to continue uptrending against the Bitcoin, is what I think. Always when you see Bitcoin going up, Ethereum's always going up a little bit more than Bitcoin, is what I'm saying. Stellar right now up 23%, wow. But it's because it dropped so much. I am holding a bit of Stellar. But right now my major positions are Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, and Stellar. Those are pretty much my three big positions right now. Stellar, I want to sell a little bit higher on the Bitcoin comparative. But I do think that the bear market might continue for a few more weeks. I do not think very long term the bear market's going to continue, but I think it might go down. It could go down all the way to, we never know, guys, but it could go down all the way back to this 5,700 level. Some people are, because there's a huge resistance line here, so some people are actually predicting that Bitcoin's going to go all the way down to this huge resistance level at around 5,000. Do I think that's going to happen? It's a possibility, guys. You never really know, but my prediction is I think it might not go lower. This is just what I think. I think Bitcoin did actually hit its bottom, for now at least, at around this level, and I think from there Bitcoin should bounce back to a higher level for sure. Definitely I did not sell my Bitcoin at these levels. Very bad idea, but actually I would say these are pretty good buy levels if you are looking to get into Bitcoin. Let's say you knew about Bitcoin for a few months and you've been looking into it and you weren't sure about buying. If you want to buy now, it's a very, very good idea, I would say, in my opinion. It could go a little bit lower, but definitely long term it's a better idea than buying at these 19,000, 20,000 levels. So 9,000 is pretty good comparing to that. So that's pretty much my opinion. That's all I want to talk about. Yeah, there's a few other videos I want to talk about. I want to talk about Tron, how I think it's actually going to go higher up long term. So I actually do have this channel made of what Tron's going to go long term, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. So that's going to be pretty much it. Let me know what coins you're holding at the moment and what's going on in your portfolio during the crash, and if you actually panic sold, or if you're actually buying at these levels. Tell me which coins you're buying. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Peace.